Welcome back, everyone. We are finally back in Zilanka. Took a few weeks off, 3 weeks? I forget. Anyways, we're back. We're back, and I actually have not touched it at all since we last recorded, or live stream, whatever. So, I gotta catch up as much as you guys do. So, tonight we'll be live streaming as well on this series. We're back to Zilanka Mondays for a little while. We'll see how that goes. We'll keep adjusting as we go. And I'm now looking at the clock, and we've got, let me set the time up. It is end of the day. I've got 2 oat fields that need to be harvested and 1 wheat field that has nothing in it. So I think I need to get back to planting this, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I'm just going to push ahead till September. And this is nowhere near ready. Just trying to manage workload here. Yeah, this is nowhere near ready either. So, okay, so we're good. We're good for a little while, so we can take care of these 3 fields. Now, couple of things I want to talk about, and so I'm not going to start this tonight. Let's jump around a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's just rest, and I'll get blabbing in the morning when we get to work. So why don't we do that? Let me just teleport here. Yeah, that's close enough. So there's quite a few things to do, quite a few odds and ends, and that's one of the things I want to talk about is workload as we get bigger and bigger. Hey, Walter's still there. Nice. You didn't abandon me. Okay, we still have loans apparently. Let's look at that right away. I gotta do stuff when I think about it. Oh, I still have $1 million loan going. Jeez. Okay, I guess I better get on that. So here's the thing. Let's get this started. And where are we? Oh man, we got 700 vehicles on this series. All right, I think I'll start with the bigger one of the two. I want to talk about this series in general. Some of the rules and some of the things I've kind of learned so far. This is by far the longest series I've run as far as, you know, length of time. Here we go. So during the creative process of trying to define, am I getting my swath? Yeah, okay, good. When designing this challenge, I guess, there's a few things that I didn't really kind of foresee. And one of them is the workload aspect. I mean, you know, it's not nuclear physics. I should have figured that out right from the start. But one of the things I'm starting to see a lot of is how much work it is to keep up with everything. And how much work it is to play with these silly workers that are doing weird stuff. What the heck are you doing? Oh, they're welcoming me back. Maybe they're upset because they were off work for so long. The reason I'm bringing that up is there was a rule that was in the initial rules for this challenge. These are, I want to say, somewhat self-imposed, but honestly, I haven't been keeping track of other people doing this challenge. But the thing is, I don't know. Why do I feel guilty about this stuff? I shouldn't at all. One of the key rules was that there would be no distributing between productions, and the idea was that each farm was supposed to be completely on its own. So, you know, the dairy farm needed to be self-sufficient, could not use products for any of the other farms. And those of you who don't know this series from the beginning, the idea is we're going to last till the next version of Farming Simulator. We're going to push this along, and we're going to convert this map into like a complete own the map, completely redesigned, make it look and feel completely different with multiple farms. And the idea was that each farm would be self-sufficient. Each farm would have its own equipment. You weren't allowed to trade between. And as we've gone through, you know, geez, how many months now? We're probably around 8 months, 7 or 8 months in this series. Some things have changed. I've changed some rules. I've relaxed some rules. But the one I hadn't relaxed yet was the auto distributing between productions. And I'm starting to realize now that I'm not going to be able to keep up with the workload to keep this moving along nicely. And I am going to need to relax that rule as well, so that we can get a lot more efficient and focus on other things. Like, I really want to keep this moving. I know that, you know, it's only been 8 months, but realistically, that's, you know, 1/6 of the way, I guess. And I feel like there's so much left I want to do on this map. I'm actually worried about not running out of time to get, you know, what I want done on this map before FS28 or whatever it is. So yeah, so we're gonna change some stuff, and that's gonna be one of the challenges. Now, I have some other ideas for changing some of the other rules as we go along, but I think I'm gonna line up some stuff based on anniversary. So after the first year, we'll change a couple of rules. After the second year, we'll change a couple of rules, and you'll see what I mean by that. That'll be more of a surprise kind of thing. Good stuff, good challenges. Okay, so where are we at? So much stuff to catch up with. Here's one of them. So actually, let's do some changes right now. Let's just do them. So where are we? Grain mill. These products here, we're going to distribute. We're going to set all this to distribute, and it's all flour basically. And I want that to distribute. Now, one of the problems with distributing is you can't necessarily tell it where to distribute to. So if you have multiple targets, it'll spread it out between the targets, and there's really no way to control that. But that's okay. That's okay. We can work with it. This one right here, I want to set to distribute as well, wheat seeds. So we're going to be creating a lot of wheat, a lot of seeds from this, and I need them for the greenhouses. So I'm going to turn that on. Then the big one is going to be this guy. And the hay, we're going to set that distributing. I have to click faster, else it might sell it, you know. And silage, I need to be careful with. I need to be careful where I send stuff. So silage, who can take silage? Can this take silage? When I say take silage, I don't want to be creating stuff. See what I mean? Like silage digestate. The recipe for that is chaff and water gives silage and digestate. Okay, hang on. Okay, you know what? This will be fine. I just don't want stuff going in places I don't want it, you know, bottom line. So, I'm just being careful, guys. We're going to set that to distributing as well. The bottom line is we're really going to be putting a lot of stuff in here, input, right? The bakery. That is going to be output products. That's fine. The greenhouses, we got garlic, we got strawberries, we got chili peppers, we got, yeah, okay, that's good. These guys here are, actually, we're going to set this to distributing as well. Hang on a second, let me think about that. No, I don't want this on distributing. And sawmill, however, I do want Distributing. Hang on a second. Do I want that on distributing? No, I don't. I don't want that on distributing either. I mean, I would like it to go to the carpentry, but I need to be able to pull out the pallets and stuff like that for construction projects. So no, we're not going to do that. I think I've gone through them all there. I think we're good. I don't know. Sorry for those of you who didn't catch all what I was doing there, but we're just going to get rid of some of the chores so things will move along. Let's load this stuff up. And a little bit more. More should come out. It's all fun and games to load this stuff up and deliver it, but we gotta cut down the number of trips we do, I guess. We're still gonna have to do some though, don't get me wrong. We're still gonna have to sell output products, so we'll have to run around. Okay. Oh, feels weird to be back here. Feels strange. Now, the other thing is I'm going to try to focus the episodes on new stuff. So let me just jump in here. Let's just park. So I'm going to be doing a fair amount of stuff off camera as well. Like, for example, the harvest that we've started right now. That stuff is repetitive. It's going to go over and over again. And I'm just going to handle some of it myself. Some of it myself quietly. Trying to remember where I'm at. I want this guy. So basically we're removing the rule about all of the crossover between farms, and we're removing the no distribution rules. So that's a lot. Is this a tractor I want for this? No, I think I want the John Deere actually. I'm gonna leave that running now. I'm gonna need that in a minute. Now, if it's the first time you're seeing this series, you have no idea half the stuff I'm talking about, but that's all right. Stay tuned. Oh, yes, of course, I remember now. We have two memorial cow barns, dairy barns. This one here is Salem Sanctuary. Let me double check that just to make sure. Yeah, Salem Sanctuary is this one. And this is in honor of one of the channel members, Montana Kitty, who lost her wonderful, wonderful cat and friend. And just basically at the last live stream that we did, we talked about that. And then Lily's Rest is the other dairy cow barn that's been named after my dog that I lost in the fall, Lily. Lily, the Jack Russell Terror. Miss her very much, very, very much. Alright, I'm heading back. I'm gonna head back to the other area. I want to get some more wheat into that field. And it looks like our grass is very ready. It's gonna be a lot of work as well. Soon it's gonna be time to upgrade some stuff, but really what I want to do for new series, or upcoming series, I guess, is I want to get on the whole focusing on new stuff. And the next thing up on deck for us is going to be a pig farm. So we need some starter money, so we'll figure that out shortly. And we need to buy the property. We need to buy, you know, the barns and the, probably some additional equipment. And this is a direct drill. It does not fertilize, however. Let's get some wheat in. Now I need a lot of wheat because we're going to be using that to make seed. We're going to need a lot of seed all over the place. So let's get that started. And what am I chasing with? What am I chasing with today? I guess maybe I'm chasing with this guy. Not a good idea. It is now. We'll focus on the grass later. I think we'll do some of that tonight. Hope you can join me tonight. It'll be nice to get back to this series on live Monday nights. I'm recording this on a beautiful Saturday here in Eastern Ontario in Canada, and it's nice, it's sunny, and it's a comfortable 22 degrees Celsius, which is probably 70 something Fahrenheit. And it's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day. Well, I guess I'm late. I'm late with calling out Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day. You'll be seeing this on a Monday, the day after. Sorry about that. Forgot. I don't time travel very well. The oats are going to go right into the... They're going to go right into the grain mill. We're going to make some more flour, which will automatically get distributed to the I'm trying to park. I feel like this is not a good place. Yeah, it's automatically going to get distributed to the bakery, so we'll make some lovely baked goods, and we might expand on that. There is a possibility of making some cakes and stuff like that, and perhaps we'll do that. We've got some strawberries coming out of the greenhouses, and I forget what the other products are that are needed. So, all right. What's next? What's next? I have to pick up that straw. I guess I can do that with this guy. I think. Oh, maybe not. Remembering horsepower here. Any good deals today? Nothing significant except for this muscle car here. 209 kilometers an hour. That would work. Hang on a second. Where am I? Where am I? This will be in medium tractors. This is 271 horsepower, and my this guy requires 250, so we're good. Okay, let me go get that. We'll get the straw picked up. Now the forage wagon is all the way down here, so we'll go grab that. I will need to deliver more food for the... I have to deliver more food for the cows. Yeah, that's going to be important, and I've got a bunch of milk that I can possibly either sell or bring. Let's have a look at the plan for the pig farm. So I've decided the pig farm is going to be on 16 and 5. That's where the main farm is going to be, right in here. And we're going to pick up all of these other fields here to use it to generate crops to make pig feed. So we'll try to keep that local. Yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. So I need 74,000 for that one and 58,000. So I need 130, 100 hang on, math. let's say that's 60, let's say that's 75, so 145. So I'm a little short to be able to buy these two so we can get started. That said, there's no real rush because I can't do anything. And you know what I mean? Like I still have to buy a barn and a sheds and maybe some special equipment and the actual pigs and all that stuff. So we're gonna have to, figure that out. In the meantime, though, let's get this done. Maybe we'll do the pig farm tonight. Maybe we'll try to figure out during this episode and maybe a little bit of off-camera work. We'll try to figure out how to generate some money and see if we can get enough to get going with it. I also will need to start preparing for the construction projects, and still a ways to go before we're ready to start building housing. And you know, that's kind of a thing that it's a vision of mine, I guess, that maybe you guys don't understand where I'm going with this, but I'm going to be creating some, for lack of better term, some suburbs, not suburbs, but I'm going to have areas of the map that are going to be populated with a whole bunch of houses. And those are all going to be done with construction projects, which are going to be extremely expensive to do. But we're getting set up, trying to get set up here so that we can produce a lot of the materials ourselves. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the materials have already been made. But we're waiting on the huge forests that I put in, the huge tree farms that have been planted. When they are ready, we're going to be churning out wood products like mad. So I'm excited about that, but it's a waiting game. I have to wait for all those trees. You can see there's a whole crop of them there in the distance. Those are only about 50% grown. They still have a ways to go, and there'll be probably another couple of in-game years. And then the other area right next to it, you can see there's just a few sparse trees there. That also is fully planted, that area. And we're going to, that was done just recently, so you're not seeing the growth from here, but it shouldn't be too long before you see the first major, visual growth stage. So we're going to have more trees than we know what to do with. And that should be pretty interesting. It's going to be a lot of work, though. That's why, I'm talking about doing all these changes, is because I'm just kind of starting to realize what the vision will cost me as far as time, and it's going to be ridiculous. But we're going to do it. I'm going to do it. Just trying to dial it in to make it fun for you, but also make it me not wanting to throw my computer out the window, you know what I mean? Well, so, all right, straw. I have to wrap my head around my workflows here now. Straw is going to go. It's going to go into the hayloft. It looks like a hayloft, but it's actually a fermenting silo, and this is going to be used to make silage. So I am looking forward to that piece being automated, because that was extremely repetitive, back and forth over and over again, moving a truck between the two productions. They're basically 50 feet away from each other. All right, first load of straw. I hope you guys are having a nice summer so far. I know some of you are heading into fall, depending on where you are in the world, and possibly winter. Now, I'm learning this because of Rancho Fundo series that's currently going on, how it is a Brazilian map and it respects the Brazilian weather and forecast schedule, and yeah, everything's backwards. Everything's backwards. We should be pretty close to full, I think, on the harvester. So let's jump over. Now, this is going to be a bit of a rinse repeat scenario, so you know, and we've been doing that so far already. Basically, this is oats. We're going to put oats right back in. We're going to keep this field configuration for the foreseeable future, and just got to get through all this every time, over and over again. I guess I can't leave yet. All right. Let's get over here. I am running that mod that widens the pickup a bit for forage wagons and balers and whatnot. So that's why you can see I am picking up wider than I probably should, and I don't have a problem with it. There's certain things that, you know, a little bit unrealistic, and I don't have a problem with this. This one, I'm not changing this. I'm going to be riding this out the whole way. There's certain mods that I just must have to make the game enjoyable. It got me thinking a lot over the last little while, and I think I've talked about this before on previous series, perhaps. But this game is playable in many, many different ways, with different settings and all kinds of stuff. And I've come to learn that there's people who play this game that like it different ways. Like certain people like playing with these settings and more than others, and vice versa. And as someone who's doing videos on a regular basis, a very regular basis, we're recording 7 days a week, and we have been for quite a while. My goal is to keep it interesting, not only for, you know, viewing audience, but also for me. So I try playing all the different ways, all the different modes. However, I've come to realize that no matter how hard I try, there's certain ways that just they're not interesting to me. So I'm going to be probably reducing the variety of styles, just to be more suited to who I am and what I do, and how I enjoy playing the game. That said, you know, by all means, do that with your own gameplay. That's really important. But that's it. You know, that said, good to try the other ways too. Like, give them a try, see if you like them. When I first started playing Farm Sim on FS19, I was on easy mode all the time. I had the workers buying everything. I had no, you know, crop destruction, nothing. I was just barreling around like a fool, and everything was easy mode. And as I've come along, you know, throughout FS19, FS22, and FS25, right now I'm finding that I'm playing the game with the hardest settings I've ever played, and I'm still not, you know, realistic enough. You know, well, not enough, but not as realistic as some people enjoy playing. And I keep striving to be more and more realistic, but at some point I kind of starting to realize that why do I need to stretch for that? I'm having fun this way, you know. So we're gonna dial in a little bit. Just try to make it fit. Like role play, for example. I'm horrible at it. I'm not, you know. I keep trying. I keep having a dream that I'm going to be this great guy that's going to get up in the morning and walk out and smell the fresh air and look at the tractor and realize there's three nuts that need tightening. And, oh, I better wash this. And also while I'm out here, I should feed the dog. And, you know, like I play that kind of storyline through my mind sometimes, but then when I hit record, I just want to get stuff done. Like I don't know why, but I want to get that field done. I want to get this done. I don't want to sit there and, you know, ponder the state of the paint on my truck or my tractor. I just don't have that improvisational role-playing skill that's required, and that some people, some channels do it extremely well. It boggles the mind. That said, I could plan, you know, I could write my stories before I record, write it all down, you know, take a minute or take several minutes probably, and just go through before I start recording and say, okay, today we're going to do this, today we're going to do that. I need to, you know, play this piece of story up a little bit more. I need to do this. Oh, surprise event. You know, I need to create a real story. But I can't do that. My time does not permit that. My recording sessions are typically, you know, I got a bunch of stuff going on at home, and I got an hour. I'm not needed, or I don't have something to do for an hour, so go, you know. And it's often I don't know when that is. Like I don't plan, you know. Still working. I am still working, and I still have a lot of responsibilities at home, and there's other stuff I like to do. You know, there's I do play other games, guys. I'm not just a farm sim player. I play other genres and games, so sometimes I just want to do that. So maybe one day, if this becomes a full-time job, which, you know, the current trend is that it won't be there. It won't be like that. You know, the statistics trending on the channel are never, you know, I don't want to say never, but not likely to make me a millionaire anytime soon. So, or even fully employed, you know what I mean? So that's okay, and I'm fine with it. I'm just love doing this. I'm having fun. But yeah. Anyways, it's very comforting to know, however, and I'm really thankful to all of you for watching my channel. I do get some money from this channel, mainly because of the ads, and occasionally I'll get, you know, some super chats or something like that. And I do have 3 awesome, at this point anyway, time of recording, I do have 3 awesome channel members, and all that gives me a few bucks. It allows me to, you know, buy the upgrade, buy the next next version, the next DLC, the next season pass. It will allow me to replace equipment if, you know, a component should fail on my computer. You know, and that's the kind of money it is. Basically, it's not a lot of money, but it's enough to, you know, so that I guess the channel is good enough to feed itself as far as, you know, basic needs for the channel. So that's good. I'm really happy about that. That really helps a lot, especially considering, you know, my future likely will see retirement at some point, and money gets tighter at retirement. I am not a wealthy person, and it would be difficult for me to spend a lot of money on computer equipment and things like that if I'm on a very tight budget. So right now, fortunately, I'm okay. I'm good. All right, this part is This field is done. I don't know why I left those little corners there. That's kind of weird. We're just going to move straight over to the other oat field. We'll get that going right away. And okay, since the other field's an oat field, we're just going to run right over. Won't bother unloading. We'll come back and finish up that straw, and then we'll get the planter on that field going. All right. Dun 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 dun. Come on, where am I? That's what I want, I guess. Another thing I've talked about before, I think, but obviously, you know, long lost episodes. One of the things I talk about is I keep mentioning the other channel, right? I have another channel, which is, you know, it's got 25 subscribers, maybe. Got like 5 videos or something. I keep saying I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna get that other channel up and running, and the idea is really to stretch out, you know, the kind of games I like to play. I kind of dedicated this channel purely to Farming Simulator, the Farming Simulator franchise. I have not done anything else on this channel that I can remember anyway. There's been some thoughts in the past about adding other farm games to this channel, but so far nothing. That said, I did have a thought about, and this is just thinking, you know, don't freak out, don't panic. I did consider the idea of making a change to this channel such that it covers other games as well and other genres, and just make it a general gaming thing. But the truth is, I love Farming Simulator the most. This is my most played game by a mile. It's not even close. I do play other stuff, but, you know, so I don't know how that could work. I could do the other channel as well, but it's just a lot easier if it's all in one place. It's a lot easier to manage. It's a lot easier to you know, record and like there's a lot of admin stuff you guys don't see, you know, what I do to manage the channel. Do you know, and here's an interesting fact, I have stored away, I have every single episode, the edited version, the final version of every series I've done on FS25, FS22, basically on this channel. I have those archived. I have them all of them. Except now I'm running out of space, and I don't really want to buy more storage just to do that. So I think I'm going to be getting to a point where I'm going to be pulling the plug on the FS22 content. But for some reason, I want to keep it. I don't know why. We are pushing, I don't know how many episodes we're at now. The last I checked, we were over 800 episodes. That's 800, you know, basically 800 hours. That doesn't include the live stuff, right? I don't know, it's just kind of a cool thing. I guess my thinking was that I would save it in case, something with YouTube happened and I needed to start my channel over somewhere else. At one point in time, there was a lot of controversy with some of the stuff YouTube was doing, and I just wanted to cover my bases, so I had the ability to pivot and head over to, you know, there's some other services. None are nearly as big as YouTube, but yeah, I have to archive all that stuff. I have processes for backing that up and migrating stuff and thumbnails and screenshots and categorize everything. I'm a bit of a data nerd, I guess. I know some people that do content for Farming Simulator. I know some people, you know, record their episode, upload it, and then delete all of their source stuff. That's it. Once it's up on YouTube, that's the end of it. There's nothing to keep track of. I'm too much of a data hoarder. So some of this straw, however, needs to go to the cows. However, I do still have a big stack of bales. Oh, why are you backing up? Stop backing up. Okay. So we're gonna have to get the cows some bales real soon. But we're gonna start tonight's live stream. Oh, I'm just cutting across the field. We're going to start tonight's live stream with a bunch of maintenance tasks. We're going to get all of the products sold. We're going to get the cows all taken care of, the goats. There's some goats that we need to sell. They're at max, the pens are at max capacity, and there's some old goats that are starting to depreciate in price. So we'll do some of that, and we may even sell some of the cows that we have, because they're also starting to lose value. So I think we're going to do some of that. We might buy some new young cows. We'll see. We'll see. We'll keep it interesting for sure. And then TMR. I got to cart a bunch of TMR over both barns. That one's going to be a bit of a chore. All right, how are we doing? How are we doing with straw now? Silage factory straw. We have 151,000 liters. We got a bunch of silage here, which is distributing ideally right to here. Right, so we got 300,000 liters right now of silage and 243,000 liters of hay, and that's awesome. And 800,000 liters of TMR. We're going to keep, the idea here is to fill all this stuff up. All of it. All of it. Now we're also going to need to set up a sugar mill somewhere. We're going to need sugar products. And we are going to need, it's going to be like a beet farm basically. We need beets for pig feed and a few other things. Beets are actually quite useful. So, yeah, lots to do. Okay. Let's get this guy going. Still have a lot of seed. And we're going to switch that to... oops, what did I just do? I just dumped all the seed out. Jeez, I hit the wrong key. What the what? What the what? Oh boy. Good old trusty Krustoo. Man, that guy, I tell ya. Okay, let's try this over. Try this all over again. I'm actually forgetting my keystrokes. We want oats. Actually, you know what I should check? Hang on a second. Let me check something, because these types of fields typically don't need to be replowed, but occasionally they do. No, we're good. Need to fertilize this wheat field too before it germinates. All right. Let's go. Get off the field. Get off my lawn. I bought a new hair clipping system. New clipper, I guess they're called. To, you know, do my own hair and stuff like that. Well, my wife, right? But I misunderstood one of the parts and I ended up cutting off or buzzing my head a little too, like, really short in one place until I realized what was happening. So I ended up buzzing my whole head. Almost bald. Almost bald. Oh, I'm not sharing any pictures, but yeah. Feels good though. I kind of like it. It is very low maintenance. Wait, I think I'm gonna go down the side here and take a little break. Get a couple of other things done before we wrap up the episode. Let me just get this stuff here. All right, we're safe here, I think. Okay, I want, where is it? There it is. We're gonna go sell some products. I need to, we're gonna buy that land. Now, the bread comes out of this bakery very fast. As a matter of fact, it would not surprise me to get a full truck right away when we had nothing. Oh, no, okay. See how fast it's producing it? We're gonna have another pallet in just a few seconds. There we go. Alright, let's go sell this. We'll head over to the supermarket. That's always a good place for bread. And I want to see if there's any dairy products. We'll grab those up. We'll sell those as well. The idea here is I want to buy those 2 pieces of land before we're done. Although this is not all going to fit on here. That's alright. Okay, that's all that's going to fit. We do have a fair amount of goat milk, so we can sell some of that too. Let's go this way. How much food we still have? Oh right, this shed. We were going to destroy that shed. But I'll hold on to it for a while longer in case I change my mind. All right, 30,000. I wanted to do just that because it's time. It's time to buy some more land. 74,000. And we're going to buy this one. We're going to keep buying these. Probably buy them all by tonight. So there we go. And now we have a red beet field, which, you know, we're not going to do anything with. We might actually delete that field. But we'll see. But kind of cool. Kind of cool. Got our own little bit here now. It's the future of the pig farm. It's going to be right here. And if you want to see what that looks like, I'm doing it this way because I can do flight mode as well, but basically it's all this here. There is a creek coming through here, so it takes up a fair amount of real estate. So the main pig barn is going to be over here. And we'll see about these fields. Yeah, we'll see how much food we need to produce. We may need a lot bigger fields than this. So fortunately, there's some options over here. And a couple more there and one here. So we'll make it work. But there we go. New piece of land. Okay. I got that done. I got that done. Let's run over. I'm gonna pick up some more sheep milk. Sorry, should have put my signal indicator on. These are the straw bales here I was talking about. There's lots here to go to the cows, so we'll use those for bedding. Again, this is all gonna fit. Actually, it's gonna be pretty close. Actually, it's all gonna fit. Sweet. Alright, let's head over. Head to the dairy. We're just gonna sell this straight up. Gotta get the pocketbook rolling here. Any cars coming? I don't know. $60,000, nice. I'm gonna leave this truck down here because I think we're gonna go sell some of this stuff as well. There is one thing not being produced. I'm not sure why that is. Might have run out of seed, maybe. That should be sorted out soon, though, if that's the case. Seeds, 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 seeds. They all have seeds now because the distribution is on. So they'll be good. They'll be good. Once they're full, then we'll start, backlogging it. So manure is getting up there. We're going to see if we can use the farm productions to do some fancy stuff. Corn pig food. Actually, let's just look at that for a second. Corn, barley, canola, sugar beet. This may be our solution for making pig food. Or we'll stand up its own, its own production just for that, but maybe not. Alright guys, I think we're going to wrap it up for this one. I'm going to keep plugging away here. Of course I got in the way of something. Yeah, I'm just going to finish this up tonight. Tonight we're going to probably start building a pig farm, so I hope you can join me. And yeah, if you're enjoying this, please consider subscribing. Like, comment, all of that stuff, and I shall catch you guys in the next one. Hope you have an awesome day.